Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminiscences. Today we're doing Erbeet Azhak, I think it is. An album I picked up a while ago. Finally got my arse into gear to do something from it. It's it's one of those that I bought more or less straight away when I heard it, and then it's been sidelined by me buying more stuff and listening to other stuff and almost forgetting what it sounds like. So this isn't and they never are, by and large, first ever listen. It is one that will have to blow the cobwebs away from my memory for it to be familiar again. So let's just crack on and see if I can remember what it sounded, or I am right in how I remember how this sounds. I'm sure many of you will remember with something like resigned weariness, the old cliche levelled at black metal that it sounded like bees in a biscuit tin at times, and sometimes that wasn't far off the mark in some respects, but here we're not talking about one or two little bees, we're talking about the whole kit and caboodle here. We're talking about a whole hive buzzing away, and something more substantial than a biscuit tin. There is a buzzing fury about this, and it's sort of bees, which by and large are fairly happy-go-lucky creatures, unless they have to be otherwise. This is more like hornets in a oil barrel, and they're not happy. But it is that incisive, almost caustic buzz here, which won't do wonders for your skin if it gets itself on you, that's for sure. One of the things that attracted me to this when I heard it was they don't rely on heaviness to be extreme. There's actually a lightness about it. I say that in a relative sense, obviously, but so often in order to be extreme or whatever, the music, let's face it, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because if somebody likes what they're playing, it doesn't matter what it consists of. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't necessarily have to have heavy riffage, if you like. And how would you when you're playing a buzzing riff like this? It's not like the buzzer's gone up to a greater degree now, and it's more razor blades and barbed wire, to be honest. But the point I'm trying to make is lost to me really, because it doesn't bear any relevance when you think about it, if it's heavy or not. If you want to play heavy music, you play heavy music. So I'm going to stop myself now because it's a dead end thought. But going back to that using a biscuit tin stereotype that they always used to level at one time of day. The same people that complain about no bass. Well, you can't say that here. There's a lovely. Sorry, Murray, I've got one of my cave dogs here, and you're confused, aren't you? Because normally they keep you out of the way. Yes, yes. He's getting on a bit now though, so I've let him come in today. Where was I? Oh yes, a lovely rounded bass, almost too rounded in many ways for this form of music, but it works very well with it. It gives it a richness, almost oil to pour on the troubled waters elsewhere. So yeah, lots of there's a contrast in so much as that lovely rounded bass is taking some of the edge. Is it? No, it's not. It's not. I'm going to say it takes some of the edge off the barbedness of the guitar, but it doesn't. It allows for greater contrast, really. So the complete opposite of what I'm trying to say. When the drums are really kicking, but when they get onto the more blasty sections, and I couldn't be happier. It struck me as I was listening that very often the most diabolical themed or actually sounding music at times does have very often a sonorous bass tone to it. Where you might expect heavily distorted bass might be more fitting. Very often it's not. It's this almost seductive and deceitful bass tone that accompanies, always very fitting with the more diabolical themed music, which is curious, I suppose, to a degree. But yes, so at the moment, blastier drums, couldn't be happy really. I've said that already, haven't I? I have, yeah. But cock a hoop I am, cock a hoop. ratcheting up of the hysteria there was something to behold. They played it fairly straight throughout this song. And of course, they've now ratcheted it up with the lyrics getting more and more hysterical to the point of apoplexy, so it's quite difficult when you get to singing that unhinged style for it not to slip into self-parody, but it hasn't here, and it hasn't gone into the introspective nasal gaving of DSBM style shriekiness. So yeah, it certainly gives you the impression that you will stay well away from the vocalist at this moment in time. And as a counterpoint to that, the melody has got stronger and more engaging, really. So whilst you're being repulsed by the vocals, you're being drawn in to face their full fury by the guitar melody. Hey, hey. So there you go. In some ways that felt quite gothic. Clearly it's not gothic black metal or anything of the sort, but it did give a gothic feel to it. Can't quite put my finger on why. It's just a feeling to it rather than it being so. But definitely hinting at the diabolical. The whole album is what is it? As you might expect, similar sounding, but not plenty of variety within a narrow field, and everything is distinct from each other. But as I say, it's one of those albums I've only bought recently, so I'm not fully into it, and can't even speak. I can't remember all the nuances and differentiations, but I've played it a few times over the last couple of months. I've had it, I think, or thereabouts, and yes, at the moment it's something I've gone back. No, I don't go. Is that true? Very few albums I go back and play over and over again, because there's just so much music out there to listen to and to take in that it's unusual for me to go and play an album over and over again. But anyway, I'm going to waffle mode as usual, so let's leave it there. Clicky bollocks, catch you next time. Cheerio. Where's the button? It's there.